fast and far.
Yeah, I've been doing it all day though.
I've been doing it also all day today.
Okay,
so
okay, we'll see. If you want to load up the collection, let's just dive in. Is it on this one? Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to be clicking. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, already I feel
it's your deck, right?
I know.
Oh, you have to delete a deck of me first, though.
Okay, which one are you most proud of?
Oh, the bottom one.
Yeah, this one. Can I delete this?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, it's gone.
It was the worst
Is this
one.
your
It was my worst one. Yeah, it's mine account.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Where's the crafting? Here we go.
Oh, no. Come on.
Okay, right, new deck. Right, firstly, hero. Obviously, there's 9.
What are you looking for? I mean...
So I like playing more... I play a lot of Mage and Paladin.
Okay.
I think Warlock, obviously with Mecha Jaraxxus, is quite tempting, just because he's got all new emotes, and that is a very important part of the game. But I don't know. I'm open. I want you to shower.
Do you want to like have a lot of more new Boomsday inclusions? Do you look for?
I think that'd be good. Yeah.
Like there is a lot of more Mech Paladin mid-rangey deck that you might like a lot. Well, it's pretty new.
Okay. Well, let's try that then. That's good. We'll go with Paladin. We've got Arthas unlocked. Well done.
Yeah, come on. You have to get the Winston.
Okay, and we'll just click on. No, we'll go custom deck.
No, don't go with these.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what you're gonna get when you have Whizbang, isn't it? He's gonna give you one of those.
Yeah.
So, what are we looking for then with a mid-range Mech Paladin?
So, if we look at what has been revealed for Paladin out of this expansion, we can like start here with typing Mech. This is the new legendary spell for the Paladin, Kengars, and it's a super strong spell where you resurrect 3 mechs. But if you magnetic them, they get bonuses in the resurrecting.
Right.
So it's a very strong card. So that's definitely something that you wanna have and build your deck a bit around. Putting some of the good ones in. So their meta has been also a lot with eggs around. It's very hard to deal with it because the Hearthstone, it doesn't have that much silence. So the best way is probably to go a little bit with mechs, at least the good mech parts of it.
Right. Okay.
So this card can maybe fit in here.
I've been fighting him a lot in Puzzle Labs. That 1-5 with.
And the cool thing is you can, for example, also play a Meat Wagon.
Exactly. Fantastic for pulling out.
And it's a mech.
Yes.
And it puts out the egg. So
and we can magnetic it and maybe pull something out. I don't want to do that.
It can be. It's not a normal magnetic a Meat Wagon. You want to let the Meat Wagon die, and then you want to what comes out.
Does it ever mess up our Kangors?
Yes, a little bit, but as long as you, it should normally be fine. Like it's very. You might also want to put in Inventor, and then you have Annoyatrons. But yeah, it messes also a little.
I see, yeah, exactly. I'm just going to get less of Annoyatrons. So Ziliax you just put in there.
Ziliax is definitely a card you want to put in there.
Ziliax is phenomenal. And you've got a golden one. Did you unpack that? Or did you
do you know when I opened the Hearthstone client, when Boomsday opened?
Yeah.
We all get if you pre-order, you get a golden legendary. And I got the Ziliax, so I was a lucky one.
That is very lucky. I feel a little bit. I didn't get a Ziliax.
And now, so this is like, I think, the package you should go for, but it's like very on the mech side.
Let's just go back through there. So what we've got, so Glowtron is a 1/3 magnetic mech.
It's one of like
just
best
super
cards.
solid. Exactly. A stat line at 1 mana, we've got 1 attack, 3 health, and magnetic, and mech. It's
it's
really
like one of the best cards revealed out of the expansion.
Really powerful. And then we've got Bronze Gatekeeper. So just a nice taunt. And are we using this more as a magnetic card than a,
in Paladin, there is not that like it's very important that you have magnetic when you want to go on the egg, and it just stacks up. It's also sometimes it's just an like a +1/+5 in attack. You can use it as a charge even, or as an extra trade way. But I will definitely fill the deck now with very solid Paladin cards, and that should be something maybe you also can know a little bit about.
Okay, well probably not, but we'll see. We'll just keep going through. So Annoya module is basically a more powerful Annoyatron with magnetic, I guess.
Yeah, and magnetic Divine Shield is very good. Like if you compare this to Blessing of Kings, what is a very card that has been in Hearthstone for a long time. This is kind of in a way a Blessing of Kings, but it can also just be a 4-mana 2/4, what is fine. And it gives Divine Shield in a way.
Yeah, which is great for trading.
It's a way more flexible Blessing of Kings and just a bit quite better.
Okay, and so the Meat Wagon we already established is going to be great for pulling out the eggs. So the egg Death Rattle is an 8/8 Robosaur.
One thing to be a little bit maybe care of is if you buff the meat wagon too much, it can buff other things than the egg. It's suddenly
it's going to start pulling out, you know, like annoying modules.
Yeah, or a bronze gatekeeper, or a Goliathron, or whatever you put in the deck.
I see. So we don't really want to do that. Giggling Inventor, obviously. So this is going to spawn 2 Annoytrons with it.
Yes.
And so Kangors could pull those.
Yes, so there is a little bit of thinking sometimes where you need, in the matchups where you need the value a lot of like getting, then you just don't play this card maybe.
Okay.
But he's so strong that you, even in this deck, probably want to have at least one.
Okay, that makes sense. And then War Gear, obviously a 5 mana 5/5 magnetic is basically Kings or a mech.
Or a 5 mana 5/5 if you have nothing on board. That's the strong part about these cards. It's in the worst case, it's still a solid minion instead of a card you kind of can't play because
you're
it's a
waiting
spell.
for a body to exactly put a spell on. So then Ziliax is, I guess, what we hope we get back from Kangors, along with.
And the best is if you have it already on something.
Like with the War Gear on top of it, or something like that. That lifesteal would be very nice. So that's our mech package, and we're not going to add any more mechs at this point now. We're just looking at.
You can maybe have like a little bit flex spots where you put in some more mechs, but it also weakens the deck a bit in your Kangors way. That it's probably are the main. They are getting very weak. You want mainly be focused on the magnetic, I think.
Okay. So let's go through and have a look at the Paladin cards. We've got plenty of time, so we can dive in a bit deeper in some of these choices. So what are we going to add next? So
what is very powerful about Paladin is the basic core of the how cheap it can be to have very good clears in Paladin. Paladin has, with equality, probably one of the cheapest and best cards to put your opponent so low on the board. Consecration, I think, is just one of the best, also a very strong card. And that combination together, it works also great. So I think that is, these are cards you directly look at.
Okay, so there we go. Equality, golden, obviously. 2 or 1? What do you think?
I will go 2 with equalities.
Two equalities?
You wanna?
And then consecrate. I've gone past it. Consecration, 2.
Yeah, I will say 2.
So 2 of those. And that's pretty good. Consecration, obviously, because it hits also the enemy hero. If they've got taunts in the way and are on low health, it's a potential win condition occasionally. Right, what else do you think we're looking for?
I think if you play with a lot of these mechs and the eggs on 4 and the meat wagons on, or the meat wagon on 4 and the egg on 5, it can be very nice to have maybe a Spiker Steed as an 6-drop.
So 6, yeah.
It's an you get a lot of stat lines for this. So it's a very nice card, and the card next to the Steed is probably one of the best out of the earlier expansions revealed. Tarim.
Obviously, Tarim is spectacular. So if we Spiker Steed one of our mechs and Kangors brings it back, it keeps the buff?
No.
Or it's just the magnetic additions?
It's just the magnetic additions.
Okay.
So I will probably maybe just say go it as a one-off if you.
Okay, so we'll go for 1 Spiker Steed and Tarim.
Yeah, I will say Tarim is
Tarim's great in terms of, it's almost like a mini-ish equality at times, like if you've got something on the board.
Or an aggressive one, so it can be used very aggressive
to buff your board up, especially with even Paladin.
So let's look at the curve, because that's something that you sometimes should look at too if you go to then you're like, where is there maybe a little bit space we need something?
I see. This is good deck building advice here, because normally all I do is Control V. I just paste
Control
it
C, Control V.
That's the way I like to build my decks. I've played a few of yours. They've been okay from time to time.
Sometimes
I put some nice recipes out there. I look at you and I think, that's he's a good chef when it comes to baking up some wins. So we're looking now on the we're looking a bit light on 3 mana.
Yes.
So what 3 mana are we? Again, we're sticking class cards. So Peacekeeper?
We can stick to class cards, and Peacekeeper is a great card.
Yeah.
So I will definitely say that's a very good card to put in as a 2-up.
2 of those.
And probably I would say Stonehill Defender is a card in Paladin because of all the very good taunts you have.
Yeah.
Paladin.
Yeah, because you're more likely to pull class cards from Discovers. So
very often it's just a 3 mana that can give you a Tarim, give you
it is 3, isn't it? That's why I'm looking at the wrong bit. Here we go.
And I think the 3 mana slot is for Paladin very important If you have a very weak turn on turn 3 as a paladin, you fall very behind.
Okay, so just the 1 or 2?
I would say 2.
2.
And then you have like at least quite some good part in the early game.
Okay.
So now you can make a little bit decision what you want to make out of this paladin. Do you want to maybe have it as a control, and then you can maybe consider Doomsayers? Do you want to have loot holders to add additional draw? You can even think of call to arms if you want, for example.
So call to arms, what did it pull out of this? Because call to arms now.
Well, not much yet, but
yeah.
If you will put in rightness protectors and loot holders and maybe another 2-drop, then it's suddenly
it's got something it can pull out.
Then you got a little bit more of an proactive mid-range active deck, I think.
Okay.
But you can also take a more control approach.
With a view that I'm going up against probably, let's say hypothetically, a whiz-bang deck. You know, obviously there's a variety of different decks, but they chiefly are mid-range control.
Yes.
What do you reckon we should put in for best opportunity of beating whomever we were to go up against?
But they are very different from each other, the whiz-bang decks sometimes. Some are very reactive, some are very proactive. I think also maybe True Silver is still a very good card to add in.
Yep.
If we don't want to... Because I think it's also a little bit costly if you put too many early cards in. But I think you are passing now too much on 2 because you don't even have a 2-drop. And I mean, hero powering is not bad for Paladin, but I think card draw can be a little bit of an issue in this deck.
So what would you look at for...
so there is a new card, Crystology, revealed, what some people also use as a one-off.
Okay.
It's something you can consider because
2 1-attack minions, so that would be potentially Bronze Gatekeeper, could be a Meat Wagon, could be...
Stonehill. So it's very often 3 mana, 4 mana, what you also can get out of it.
It's not bad for 2 mana, is it?
So it's not a card you want to probably play as a 2-off. That might be a bit too much. But just as a 1-off, having some draws.
Looks really nice as well. Really pretty. I like the artwork.
And it's a new card.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's put that
new card in. Okay, so we've got 4 last slots. We're looking, you know, pretty nice and even. Do you think we need any more late game? We think we're sorted.
Like normally mechs can do very strong in the late game. You can add an like that's the great thing about Stonehill the Vendor too. You can like pick a little bit towards late game. You can put in one more. You can put in a Tyrion.
Like
it's something that I like. One more greedy card is fine.
I like Tyrion just purely because obviously of his entrance music. You know, you know that gets
the
me
fade
fired up.
in the light. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Put your faith on the light. Exactly. That's all I want. That's all I want from a card is just to be inspired.
It's also very important. I say that so often that people go with cards they like to play with, or also go with decks because that's the decks you're the best with. You're the best with the decks that you enjoy playing and also that you have been playing with.
I guess so. Yeah, and I think once you've got your kind of head around win conditions and you know kind of when you want to play cards where you get the most value from those cards, I think that's the thing looking at this is where I might come unstuck is not getting the right magnetic stick on the right thing. So that's something where I'm
play it on the left.
Play it on the left. Well, no, yeah, to get the
that's like step 1.
That's the dream. Follow the animation. Okay, so we have 3 slots left. So maybe you're thinking some 2-drops, or are we looking at a couple more mid-rangey stuff, or maybe even some like early stuff? Like, would secrets mess you up?
Yeah, secrets are a little too weak, I think, to play on themselves. Yeah, it doesn't do. You can maybe add like one more mech. You can add another True Silver still. Is also kind of okay.
Let's go for another True Silver, and then for a mech, have you got anything you think of? Like, oh, if I can type properly, that would help.
So all the good ones are already there.
Ones. Goblin Bomb, not really.
Goblin Bomb is kind of weak.
Galvanizer, I don't really need to. They're quite medium with.
Not the problem.
Let's see.
I think a little bit later, somewhere at 4 or 5, you might wanna.
Okay, so an Explodinator.
It can be okay because it can also work with Terran, that your bombs suddenly become like.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, you get 2 3/3s. Or we've got double the damage and healing of my hero power. So those 1/1s, they would probably come in and say 4 armsmen or something like that. What are you feeling?
Let's see, what do we have?
Rusty Recycler?
So this can also still work a little bit. It's a little greedy. It's just like another egg that can be very powerful. I think another Giggling Inventor can work.
Okay.
So that can be something.
So we've got one more spot left, and then we got to play each other. Have you got an account logged in? Are you ready to play?
Well, this is my account, so
I'm
not sure what.
We're gonna have to see how we play each other. It might be that we just queue in, and you can just advise me on how to.
Valanier can also be a very good card together with like some mechs and with Rush too. If you have like ways to get Rush in. So Valanier can be a cool card if you like that weapon. If you are a weapon fan.
I mean, well, I do like weapons. We've got obviously 2 True Silvers already, but
as long as you're not playing
too bad.
I think it's fine. If you play Uther and True Silvers and then Valanier, that's a little bit too much.
Too many weapons. You might as well play a warrior. Come on, pick your class. Stick with it. Okay, so we do that, and then we're going to name this. I'll just call it Gamescom. Gamescom. Boop. There we go, and that is done. Right. So I don't think we can actually play each other on the same account, can we?
I don't think so either.
I don't think we've got another one set up.
Complicated. But somebody should have maybe an account and can give me a
do you want to play on my phone?
If you have an...
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to do this super professional. I'll just go from here.
True Hearthstone player has Hearthstone on the phone. That's awesome.
You can add yourself on there.
Oh, on the Battle.net.
Yeah,
of course. Let's do it.
And while you've got that phone, if you do want to have a look at some of the puzzle labs and maybe solve a few, that's fine.
All right.
I won't tell anyone.
Sure.
No one will know.
The APM Priest one is probably a little annoying, right?
Which one?
The APM Priest puzzles.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Let's see. If you want to just add yourself on there. Cool. I can accept on here, and then it's all on though. Here we go.
All right.
Come through here.
Ah, look at that one.
How do I accept on here?
At the top.
At the top, is it?
And then at friends request, and then go
all the way. I try and find me. Very popular, Tice. Here we go. Tick. There we go. Right. It's on.
All right.
You challenge me if you go.
So do you have a Whizbang deck?
I do have a Whizbang deck.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. I've been practicing.
Okay.
Yeah, you just do it on there.
There we are.
Standard jewel. Okay, it's on. Here
All
we go.
Right.
No pressure. Okay.
No pressure, huh? Ah, the whiz boy. The whiz boy.
Yeah, you know straight away.
The whiz boy. Oh.
Here we go. Okay.
I have some preferences. Let's see what class we were getting.
Yeah,
here.
that's the thing. It's always interesting because obviously you don't know what you're queuing into either. So here you go, priest.
Priest. Ooh.
Oh, this could be a bit APM-y. We'll see. Okay, now we're using the honor system here. You're not allowed to look up at the screen.
No, I know. I'm gonna play it fair. I'm gonna give you an. Oh, I have such a sick opener.
Okay.
I'm not making you uncomfortable here.
So
it's
hashtag Terps or hashtag Tice. People can vote in the chat and they can say who they think is going to win.
Okay.
Now, I don't think there's a prize, sadly, but I think that I am quite fragile and would appreciate people picking me. Yeah, I think that's fair. No? Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, straight away. Wow. Woo. Straight in already.
Yeah.
It's just ready to go.
Caleric on one.
Okay, I've got nothing. And I'm not going to put a dude down, coin him out. You just heal up, you get more cards. That's not helping anyone.
I am going in Turks. Let me think.
This is not good.
We do it there.
Oh, what's this about? Okay. So I think I just need to see what we can get.
Oh.
Just don't know. I'll do this. Okay, we'll see. Okay, I need a lot more hashtag Terps in chat. I think there's just a lot of Fs in chat right now. As people pay respects to my impending loss already at turn 3.
I think I'm going in a little bit here.
Oh, wow. You ready to go already? Is this... Oh, no extra arms. And then you're getting more arms. Oh, my Lord. Look at this. What's happened here? Okay. Let's see. What do I want to take? I guess.
I like this deck.
I'm going to do this. Well, all it shows is just that Whizbang's a better deck builder than you if you win. Like, I would think, if anything, you'd want me to win just to prove how good you are at building decks. But, oh, Oh, more arms? You don't need any more arms. You've got enough arms.
I don't see my arms yet.
This guy's got like arms 2 arms, even more arms. This one's got arms.
It's a little bit. There we go. Phase there. Value healing.
I'll get you draw a card as well.
There we go.
Right. This is.
When you need that equality soon.
Yeah, I do. Don't have it.
Okay, that helps a lot already. But I had a very aggressive opener.
Yeah, yeah, it's not looking good. I've got some cards that can hopefully slow things down a bit. And we just have to see if I can manage to claw it back.
This turn is slightly awkward. This is fine.
Okay.
Works as well. Another Yeti.
Okay. Right, here we go.
Ah.
Right, apparently 60% of people out there have picked you already. Yeah.
That's 44. That's like very split.
That's not. That's 60-40. That's assuredly in your favor. Okay.
Well, let's get some cards.
Oh, no.
There. Where do we do it on? Might actually do it here. Double trading. Okay. Where do I play my Divine Spirit?
This is very much like out of Puzzle Labs right now. This is what it feels like.
Well, with Annoyatrons on the board, there's always a little puzzle.
Okay, wow. Here we go. Really, really putting all your eggs in one basket there. Oh, people are coming back now. People are thinking that I'm going to win. I feel like they've all made a terrible mistake. Okay.
Well, if you have an equality here, I have a little refill, but
I'm just trying to think of what can I do against this 10-9. I think I'm going to do this.
That seems pretty decent.
And I'm just trying to think of. I think I just leave 10-9. And I deal with card draw.
Leaving 10-9.
And we're just going to go with that. I just got to hope you can't get through. So I think 6-5, 6-7 even.
It's all hard to play the Shadow Visions when you don't know what's in your deck.
No, exactly. And that's the interesting thing.
Normally I know what's in my deck, but now I'm like, I actually don't know.
Okay, let's have a look. You've got a huge amount of value having this this Radiant Elemental on the board for so long. Just discounting all your spells. Look at that. Another free card. Free card draw.
Is someone injured?
Oh. You get the draw from the Cleric as well on the hill. This is not looking
Let's start with a draw.
Let's see what you get. It's like the equivalent of tapping first. Here we go. Let's see. Okay.
I have a Murloc in a deck.
Yeah, here we go. A Murloc in essence, isn't it? Let's see. Okay, let's see what you got on the board. You've got 14 damage on the board. I'm on 13. I need to put a taunt up. I'm going to go with that. And this. And that. And just go face. Because I don't think there's much coming back from this. But another Divine Shield. There's Divine Shields just slow you down. That 10 doesn't matter. It could be 1,000. Doesn't matter when you're hitting that Divine Shield.
You have good. I made your deck, so you.
Yeah, exactly. I got.
You have good cards, so really I'm gonna fast steal.
Some really good. Oh no! Oh no! Now you have good cards. That's exactly what I didn't.
That was my plan all along.
Is that what it was?
That was my plan all along. No, we don't do that. We don't do that either. We gotta do this right. It's just too good.
Okay, here we go. Shadow Man. Oh no! Oh, my own dude, A2 Brute.
Does this actually work if I do this? Do I then get a 1/1? Oh, a year, look.
With charge as well.
There's charge. There we go.
Do you keep the 2/1? I think you do at the end of this turn, or do I get both?
No, you get it back.
Oh, but
you get it back. You get it back.
Yeah, I won't because you killed me. So there we go. Fantastic. Well, it turns out, Tice, you're not that good at building decks, evidently. Because
maybe I'm just a very reasonable player.
Well,
I think people like at Hearthstone it's also important. You play very well.
I thank you. Did I? Did I play well?
Yeah, overall. No, you did. You did.
The cards, I just didn't have the cards at the end of the day.
Yeah, but Priest against Paladin is always a little hard for Paladin. Like with my Clerics, you already get a little bit wrecked at turn 1 if you don't have a Doomsayer.
Exactly. And we didn't put Doomsayer in the deck.
And I have to say, I had a little bit of a good opener, but I did. It was pretty good opener.
You did pretty
I played
well.
a Miracle Priest, and it was very Miracle from the start on.
So there you go. So Whiz Bang was 1 card. So that was 1,600 dust.
1,600 dust, and you can get 18 decks. And even people, I mean, people at the top Legend ranks are sometimes trolling with it, but there have been people playing just for the fun. Top 10 in Legend playing Whizbang and just winning games with it.
Well, there you go. Well, thank you very much, Tice, for beating me in front of all of our viewers.
We're going to do another match.
We will off air, definitely. Thank you for watching. We will be back shortly.
Oh, hi there.
My favourite moment from last year's HGG
was when Amnesiac wearing all-American clothing at the finals.
When New Zealand beat Australia.
When the Philippines beat Germany.
Well played!
What's my favourite number? 30.
30.
30. Pasta? Yeah, definitely 30.
And the pizza.
My 30 favourite card?
That's too much.
You what, mate? 30 cards right now?
I have to play.
The global games are all about
national pride,
team spirit,
cheering for Germany,
great community of friends and family.
For your winners, Czech Republic.
This year, Czech Republic doesn't stand a chance against Sweden.
They don't even stand a chance.
Spain has a really good chance to beat them this time.
What makes the US such great Hearthstone players?
Playing smart.
French players love to play different decks.
What does Belgian Earthen players have in common?
Pride?
To the global games!
And we're live here at the Blizzard main stage. I can't believe it. Video Games Live is about to perform right behind us.
It's always a highlight of these shows. We actually got to see them rehearse this morning.
We did.
And there's some new songs. So if you've seen previous years, you've got some new treats in store. We also had a little go at conducting ourselves.
Did. I think I did pretty good. My conducting skills were
did amazing.
On point.
you were good. I was amazing. I've seen, like, Russell Brower's in. He's a fantastic conductor, has conducted previously, and he didn't actually see my conducting, but I know that if he had, he would have been really impressed.
It would have changed the game for the entire thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think, you know, music is an inspiration, and I feel like, you know, how can someone play their best if they're not inspired? And so I'm trying to inspire them with move my hands around. Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of passion.
You guys are going to get to see a little bit of a clip of that, of us conducting.
Hopefully. You can let us know in the chat, actually, who do you think conducted better?
Yeah.
Who conducted themselves with more professional music skills?
Music skills, yes.
You're actually good at music and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I actually did study music in college.
Okay.
Jazz vocals was my... So I did a bit of theory, a bit of ear training, a bit of the real legit music training that you would normally get.
My music skills are more from the streets.
Oh, right.
So yeah, so a lot of rap battles.
Oh, really?
Stuff like that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Outside my local kind of primary school, you know, just kind of kindergarten age.
Like freestyling?
Yeah, freestyle. You know, a little bit of that. It depends. Some of the younger kids, you've got to be careful because they haven't learnt manners at that point. They can be quite hurtful with some of the things they say in rap.
Right.
So you've got to really have, you know, some good self-defense there.
Well,
they can be quite mean, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
definitely. Kids are cruel.
Kids can be cruel sometimes. So what are some of your favorite tracks that you're expecting to hear?
Well, I like the Hearthstone music.
Of
it
course.
Always reminds me of enjoying Hearthstone with friends and stuff. But
very memorable, very,
Exactly, but
brings
being a
nostalgia.
huge kind of Blizzard fan, I think I still call back to Diablo 3 and they actually announced Diablo 3 at the WWI in Paris. I think it was 2008, I think, or something like that. But they announced it with music. And so just the whole arena went just dark. They turned off all the lights.
Oh my gosh.
And then you just heard this bring, ding, ding, ding,
I can only
echoing
imagine.
through. And everyone just was like, oh, this is actually happening. So I love all of the Diablo music. Russell actually composed a lot of that. And so it's always nice when you've got someone who's composed the music, conducting an orchestra, playing the music. It feels like it's the most authentic version you're hearing.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it here for the first time. And I think for me, I was kind of looking through the playlist, the Warbringer's Jaina track. I think that's going to bring me to tears. And
it's a catchy
the whole
one.
thing.
It's a really catchy tune.
Yeah.
I always worry that the Colterian Navy is not as strong as it could be, because all of the sailors in that song sound fantastic.
They do.
And you've got to think there's a really good sailor out there who just can't sing. And so, you know, meanwhile, Zandalari Navy, they'll let anyone in.
Yeah.
As long as you're good at being a Navy guy, you're not a good singer, doesn't matter, Mum.
That's okay.
That's fine, exactly.
You're fine.
Whereas Colterians, apparently, all fantastic singers.
That's amazing how that works out.
And in the Russian version, actually, you can hear all the different versions online, but the Russian version was sung by an actual group of Russian sailors, like literally like in one take before they went out to sea.
It's just amazing to be able to do that.
Sailors just must be good singers.
Just naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like a prerequisite or something.
It's an odd skill set.
Yeah, it is. Well, thank you for all the amazing musical facts.
Oh,
Who knew you were
again, from the streets, we learn a lot of things out there.
And definitely you've experienced, you know, this show several times now.
Yes.
How many times would you say
that's been? This is my third Gamescom here with Blizzard.
Gamescom.
But I've been to many Gamescoms and BlizzCons before, enjoying all of these sorts of Blizzard fan events. And the VGL concert is always fantastic. And I think game music is 50% of the experience.
100%.
You can certainly...
I would say it's 100%.
It may actually be...
part of it.
I think exactly.
Huge part of it.
It changes the emotion of a moment.
Makes it even more memorable too, because you hear a song and you instantly go back to, you know, your time playing WoW, or your first time walking into, you know, all those different locations.
Exactly, like going up into Stormwind and hearing
Stormwind
the rousing
is the iconic one. I was going to say that. I just didn't want to like get too specific.
You didn't want to go to Alliance Horde bias. Don't worry, I'm for the Horde guys anyway, so it's fine.
I'm for the Alliance.
So again, it proves not everyone makes good choices all the time. And I think, you know, I'm glad that the Alliance is represented on this stage. It is good.
Yeah.
It's a shame, really, because the Horde, we've had a tough run of things recently. You know, we've been going through some kind of cultural changes within the Horde.
Yeah.
But the thing is we're all still very much for the Horde.
Yeah.
And we had the Old Soldier cinematic came out.
That's right.
And that was absolutely beautiful. We had Saurfang, him kind of experiencing the emotions that I, as a Horde, I'm a Tauren Paladin. And so I don't see myself quite as kind of Bernie Tree-y as some of the other Horde members. And so it's quite nice to see Saurfang represented up there and how he felt. And actually, him and Zappy Boy, or Rokan as his actual name is, them actually kind of agreeing together that the Horde is bigger than that, and actually they still need to fight together for what is right, which is obviously for the Horde.
Well, you were talking about who you play as. Is it always usually a paladin?
Yeah, chiefly. I used to play a gnome warrior back in classic in vanilla.
I'm a red pally. I usually go that route. But yeah, I think that's the thing. I also like going over to, you know, different Alliance classes too sometimes, and seeing how far I can level them. And it's just good to get as much experience just to get into more of the gameplay stuff. But yeah, you have like so much more like memories and things to share.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
I've been playing World of Warcraft for near 15 years, and it's by far the best 15 years of my life.
And now you're here at Gamescom.
Exactly, and that's things. I think it led to
Working
here.
for Blizzard.
See, Mum, it didn't matter. I was up late playing video games for this moment, and she's watching with a tear in her eye, knowing that I was right all along.
So. Is she still watching 3 years in?
I hope so.
All right.
I hope so. I didn't even consider that she wouldn't be.
All right. Well, I'm pretty excited. That's such a lovely story. We're about to hit the stage now, and Video Games Live is about to come, so stay tuned. Yeah, they're already set up back there, as you can see.
So we're going to see a professional conductor have a go, and then afterwards you can see how two actual, you know,
conducting skills. Yeah,
exactly. And you can pick. Tell us in the chat who you think conducts better.
Definitely me.
Hallo Köln, schön, dass ihr den Weg in Halle 7 zur Blizzard-Bühne gefunden habt. Seid ihr gut drauf? So, ihr wisst alle, weswegen wir uns hier eingefunden haben. Der Moment ist da. Musik ist immer ein wirklich wichtiger Bestandteil unserer Lieblingsspiele. Und deswegen begrüßt zusammen mit mir Video Games Live mit Russell Brower. gentlemen, Video Games Live! Russell, thank you so much. Thank every single one of you for joining us here at Gamescom. Once again, having a full orchestra on stage is just amazing. Russell, how are you?
I'm great. It's so nice to be back again. Thank you for having me.
Russell, I had a teeny tiny peek on the set list, and you brought great songs with you, great music we're going to hear here on stage. What do the audience have to expect?
Well, I played the Warcraft medley. We have to do that. It's classic. But now, we want to play for you the main themes from all our franchises, the stuff you really enjoy, and we have 5 or 6 new things you've never heard before live.
Isn't that awesome? Round of applause for Russell Brower and Video Games Live. I'll visit you a bit later, and I would say the stage is all yours.
international task force charged with ending the war and restoring liberty to all nations. Overwatch. Soldiers, scientists, adventurers, pilots, guardians who secure global peace for a generation. Under its steadfast protection, the world recovered. And today, though its watch is ended, its soaring ideals, freedom and equality will never fade.
That was so cool! In that one battle, they had Soundquake. Remember, he has, like, chest missiles? So which one's your favorite? Mine's Fusionator. No. Tracer. Yeah, Tracer. She's like, cheers, love. The cavalry's here. Pew, pew. Whoa. That's Doofen's gauntlet. Oh man, they said he could level a skyscraper. And remember, he was all fighting and Winston beat him and was like, Primal Punch!
That's only in the holovids. Everybody knows Overwatch got shut down. Half of them are just mercenaries now.
Enjoying the exhibit? All right, my time's up. Get to cover.
What are you looking at? Don't worry, loves. Cavalry's here. Come, big guy. Get up. Oh no!
Stay here.
Watch out! Hey! You know, the world could always use more heroes.
own Video Games Live just for you here at Gamescom. And Russell, we already spoke earlier that you have 12 songs with you. And let me just quickly come up to you up here. Oh, it's right up here. I understand why you love it so much up here, to be honest. And Russell, we already spoke about it. 3 Gamescom premieres. On top of that, 6 world premieres that have never been performed live. I mean, this is the perfect audience to uncover these songs, right?
The audience doesn't get better than this. Thank you all so much. We can feel it up here.
And I mean, I'm looking toward this concert all year. What about you?
Very much so, especially a year that we can bring out so many new things. It's really exciting.
And we're not done just yet, right?
No, we got a good chunk to go, and this is really good stuff. Stick around.
All right, then I'll leave you to it, guys. Video Games Live and Russell Brower.
Impressive, Archer. But you'll need to do better than that.
You have no idea what I am capable of.
Good. Because you must be ready for anything. You show promise, Hanzo. Well done. But greater challenges still await us.
I believe we are ready.
It's time to find out.
Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from angels. I pray that it will be enough. Done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished, and you should all run. Malthael. Why? The Nephilim will stop you. No one can stop death.
This was supposed to be the most advanced security system on the planet.
We don't have all day. Hurry up. Enough. Do you have satellite?
Of course. Are you certain the target is on site? Oh, she's here, all right.
cannot wait until the inspection is over.
The door. Sombra.
Turrets are down. I am in position. Sombra, time to target. Incoming, right now.
Chairman Boyska, the new guidance systems. There will be the difference in destroying the hated optics.
Tell me we're still on schedule. Omnium will not wait for us to be ready before they attack again. Our first movements in a decade. This will ensure the future of Russia. Just a little bit further.
Skaya, let's move!
Widowmaker, hold the perimeter. He'll take over. Sombra, I'm cut off. It's on you now.
I'm all over it. She's getting away.
Sombra, status.
I'm working on it.
Look at you go! Fight back!
Katia Volskaya. You have no idea what it took for me to make this meeting happen. Relájate, I'm not going to kill you. I mean, I'm the one that set off the alarm.
Sombra, do you have the target?
Okay, listen. I'm here to make a friend and show you something I found. Tell me, what would happen if the people of Russia learned that their defender against the Omnics was actually getting her tech from the enemy? What would that do to the future of Russia? What do you want? The most powerful woman in Russia? I've always wanted a friend like that. So I'm thinking, I don't let these images appear on every holovid in the world. And you help out your new friend every now and then. What do you say? Clock's ticking, amiga. As if I had the choice. Now what, friend? I'll be in touch. Boop. Mission failed. Target escaped.
Get back to the ship.
Do you know why you are here?
I believe I do.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion.
Ours is a cycle of hatred. Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
with emotion.
There's still more to come, though, as well.
There is. There is still more to come. We're going to go back to the concert very soon. But, oh, my God, I didn't know what I expected. I expected something fantastic, but it somehow surpassed my expectations.
Just all of my hair just stands on end.
Yeah.
I don't know what music does it, but this music apparently, I
This
don't know what
music does, yeah.
It's just all of them.
All of that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, you know, I picked Jaina, but seeing this live, they're all so amazing in their own way, and to see it performed
that Battle for
live.
Azeroth one just then.
Yeah.
Gets hyped, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Battle for Azeroth. I mean, all the Overwatch cinematics, the infiltration scene with the two little boys. Just completely blown away. I really had to hold back tears. I'm not even joking.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it so much, and it is being here and feeling the sound.
Yes.
That's the weird thing. It's just so loud and so powerful.
Yes, feeling the sound. You know, seeing the choir perform on key beautifully. I used to be part of a choir, nothing like this.
Okay.
This was incredible.
Let's have a look at see how
All
they
right,
get
we're
on.
back to the concert.
Journal entry 1963-4, Harold Winston. Status update on Specimen 8. By now, we're all used to our super intelligent gorillas on the colony. But the hamster, we've named him Hannon, continues to be one of our biggest surprises. Even though he's grown from the genetic modification, we have more trouble keeping track of him than any of the other animals. Somehow, he managed to get out of his cage again. It took us days to find him. I can't help but wonder what it is he's looking for when he gets out there. He's shown impressive problem-solving skills and adaptability to new situations. And he's overcome all the challenges that have been placed in front of him. I, for one, can't wait to see what trouble the little guy gets up to next.
Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, I heard him cry. His words carried upon the ocean breeze as he sank beneath tide. Those blood-soaked shores of Kalimdor, where sailors fought and died, the admiral fell at their amour because she left his side.
But there he found upon those distant shores, and he's on the rise. But when he faced those savage foes, his daughter stood aside and buried deep beneath the waves, betrayed by family, to his nation with his last breath cried, "Beware the daughter of the sea."
I'm listening now. Father. I heard, across a moonlit sea, the old voice warning me. Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea. Beware, beware of me.
Wow.
There we go. What a performance.
Yeah, a beautiful ballad. Yes, there are no words really to describe what it's like to actually be here in person, but I'm sure you guys felt the emotion and everything. There's so much to this concert. There's so much beautiful symphony and oomph, and to see all the cinematics, and I'm sure the nostalgia, and everyone here. This is definitely one of the big things to see today at Gamescom. It was the biggest thing.
Exactly, and you can this whole crowd here. Just clapping and cheering, but also just everyone mesmerized by these moments.
Taken by the music.
It is fantastic. It's a different take on Wrecking Ball. I've not heard that version before.
Yes, it's the first time I heard that too.
I
Like they
liked
said.
Miley Cyrus's one, but this one I actually think is a better Wrecking Ball. That's what I think.
It was beautiful, beautiful music. All right, so up next, what do we got? We got Heroes. We're going to take a look at, my chat with Kaeo and everything about the new, playable character, Primeval himself.
Mephisto.
Mephisto.
It is a primeval name. He didn't really have a choice, did he?
Nope.
Getting named
With
Mephisto,
a name like that, yeah.
You're not going to be, you're narrowing your options down.
That's true. That's true.
It's a tough thing to put on someone.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, we were conducting earlier.
We were during the rehearsal of this performance.
And I mean, seeing Russell up on stage there, he gets involved.
He does.
It's very active. It
very
seems
passionate.
actually quite a kind of cardio-heavy job.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that. I'm glad we just tried it out. I don't want to keep doing that. That's far too much effort.
It's very, there's so many things happening at once. Not only are you keeping the tempo, but, it's an emotional thing. You got to make sure to conduct properly.
I've got the cinematics and the animations playing up on the big screen.
I would
keep getting distracted. I'd be like, there's a good bit up there. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, those were really great. Well, let's take a look at that right now, shall we?
I think it'd be good. You can decide who you think did better. Just let us know in the chat.
Just let us know. Yeah. Take a look.
A new realm has come to the Nexus, and with it, untapped power and a bitter feud for control. Realm lords, factions, and heroes will stop at nothing to claim victory in the mountains of Alterac. Alterac Pass is a large 3-lane battleground that hosts the familiar war cries of longtime rivals, the Horde and the Alliance, as they clash in Nexus. Unlike traditional battlegrounds, Alterac Pass does not feature a structural core outside the Hall of Storms, but in its place stand the respective faction leaders for each side. General Vandar Stormpike for the Alliance, and General Drekthar of the Frostwolf clan for the Horde. Players must fight their way through traditional forts and keeps to find themselves face to face with their opposition's leader. If you want to claim victory, you'll have to bring them down. The generals carry with them a lot of the flavor and execution from their AV predecessors. Both will charge at incoming challengers, dealing damage, and follow with a whirlwind ability that damages all enemies in the area around them. Should you engage and find the need to retreat, the generals will leash back to their starting positions and begin to regenerate their health. Also note that for every keep your team manages to destroy, the enemy team's general will suffer a loss in armor. Positioned above and below the middle lane are 2 sets of prisoner camps that hold access to the battleground's central objective. Periodically, prisoners will spawn inside opposing camps guarded by prison defenders. Teams must invade enemy territory, take out the prison defenders, and free their captive while looking to ensure the enemy isn't successful at doing the same. After a brief channel on the enemy's capture cage, an escape sequence will initiate. If you can maintain control throughout the escape sequence, amidst the enemy team's defense, and any additional defender spawns, your prisoner will escape, and your team will reap the objective reward. For teams that have lost control of their prison camp, a simple click on the capture cage will immediately stop progress of the escape sequence, but a full channel will be required to take it back. Taking the map objective on Alterac Pass will spawn a cavalry unit in each of your lanes. These mounted units will push into enemy territory and support allied players and minions with a damage and speed boosting in their proximity. This damage bonus will increase in strength for each subsequent objective completion across a game. Alongside the battleground objective, spread across Alterac Pass are 2 Gnoll siege camps and 2 Ice Giant boss camps. The Gnolls will push in a similar manner to the Hellbat siege camps on Brax's Holdout, providing a large health pool per unit and a cleave attack that applies a stacking armor debuff to anything it hits. The Ice Giants function similarly to the Grave Golems on Cursed Hollow, but utilize an Ice Shard ability that will damage and massively slow in an area. Specific to Alterac Pass are the addition of mud pits around the objective area. Be mindful of your positioning, as the longer you stand in these areas, the greater hit you'll take to your movement speed. If you must move through them, do so quickly and without threat of opposition. Lastly, should your team find success with the objective, do your best to push and fight alongside your cavalry. The buffs provided by these units hold the mainstay of value in their pushing power, so make the most of it. Due to the health regeneration mechanic on the generals, retreat isn't an effective option against them. Bolster your push for victory by executing an all-in with your cavalry and whatever mercs you can recruit. The horns of war echo inside the valleys of Alterac Pass. Will you join the Alliance in an effort to control this new realm? Or will you side with the Horde, just like every other barbarous, unkempt brute? We'll see you in the next episode.
For the Alliance! For the Horde!
Hi guys, I'm here with K.O. Milker, who is production director on Heroes of the Storm. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, hi, how's it going?
I'm good. Are you excited to be here at Gamescom?
Absolutely. Gamescom is the second coolest show that I go to after BlizzCon, so love being here.
So you're stoked, and it's pre-BlizzCon. Now we're here to talk about Heroes, and of course, you guys have a comic book coming out in about a month. So can you tell us a bit about what's going to be going on with that?
Sure, well, I mean, just to give a little backstory here.
Yeah.
Historically, we've kind of avoided the whole storyline of what was going on in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
We literally said, don't think about this too hard. But across the last couple months of this year, we started digging into the actual lore of the Nexus. And we've done that over a couple comic books so far. The first one came out earlier. We've actually done 2 so far. So our third one's going to be coming out here next month. And this one is actually focused on the Raven Lord, who we've been telling a storyline so far, but it's also about now bringing in the Lady of Thorns, who's the narrator from maps like Dragonshire and Garden of Terror. So we're really digging into more about these really rich characters and their narrators that you've heard, you play the game, you've heard them in the game before. Now we're kind of talking about what is this underlying conflict? Why are these guys all fighting with each other, and what are we battling for in the Nexus?
And kind of how did the Nexus come to be? Like, yeah, that's really cool. All right, so now the big thing is Diablo 2's primeval Mephisto. He's back, and now he's playable for the first time in Heroes of the Storm. So can you tell us a bit about his abilities and what we can expect playing him?
The magic of Heroes we get to pull from 20 plus years of Blizzard characters. So going back to Diablo 2, bringing Mephisto in, a primeval that I think a lot of players are familiar with. I've beat on him many, many times over the years. The Heroes incarnation is a really aggressive mage, like a ranged assassin. He comes in with this playstyle based mostly around his trait, which is called the Lord of Hatred. And his trait basically makes it so that anytime he does ability damage to an enemy hero, it lowers his cooldowns on all of his abilities, his basic abilities. So this is a hero that you really want to get in the thick of things. You want to be casting your abilities. You want to be dealing damage to other heroes so that you can kind of stay in the fray. Your cooldowns will be reduced, and you can keep doing damage.
Yeah. And what about his other heroic ability? Because this is his first one, so can you tell us about what that is?
Sure. So he's got 2 heroics. The first one is Consume Souls. This is one that's actually a global ability where he channels, immediately reveals all enemy heroes on the battleground, and then after a few seconds delay, it will do damage to them.
Oh,
so
nice.
this is really good. It's really good either as an initiation technique where you can kind of figure out where everybody is, do damage, and right before you jump in. I think it also slows them as well in that. So it also can be a really good finishing move. So
good advantage.
If you had a big battle and everybody's kind of running away and they're all really low, this is a really good thing to do to just kind of hit all the enemy heroes at once with ability.
Nice.
Yeah.
He even has a teleport ability, I saw.
Yes. So this is called Shade of Mephisto. This is his E ability. And it effectively lets him teleport away from where he is right now. This is really good as an engage, though, because what happens is he goes to wherever you target, he can do damage, but then after a short delay, he goes back to the point that he started from again.
Nice.
The downside of this is not like an escape, because you know exactly where he's going to be. So if you use this, it's a really good opportunity for the enemy team to be able to take you out as well. So you have to use it carefully.
So you guys have made a lot of changes to the map. Can you talk about what those changes are? Like the layout looks different. There seems to be that people will hop in and immediately notice that there's things that they can do that they couldn't before.
Sure.
So maybe elaborate that.
So yeah, so last year we brought Hanamura in as our first Overwatch battleground, something we were really excited about. It also had a lot of like really new ideas that we pushed on it. So it had payloads on it, but it had a lot going on.
Yeah.
So at any given moment, there were up to 4 payloads that were going on that battleground. So we got a lot of really great feedback on that map. We actually pulled it out of rotation so that we could take another look at it. And what we've done really is distill the gameplay down to the elements that we thought were the coolest. It really focused it down to 1 payload out at a time, and that payload goes in either direction. So when teams will go and battle for that payload, they're kind of pushing and pulling on it. So it's not like taking turns one or the other. At any given time, both teams really want to fight for it. And this is creating a moment on this battleground where the payload's going on one of multiple routes, and they kind of progress as it goes on. So if a team finishes 1 payload, the next time it'll go on a slightly different route. And it's really all about bringing you together for these really epic team fights, but with a moving objective. So because of that, the way the jungle is shaped and the terrain that you're going on really dramatically influences the way that battles are going to go down, which heroes are viable. So a lot of interesting things are going to happen in the team fights as you do it, because it's not like fighting in one static objective location. It's always moving. So that's something we're revealing here at Gamescom. It's playable on the floor. It'll be coming to the PTR here really soon, so everyone can check it out. Yeah.
And what about, would you say, for the recon now, it used to be called the boss, and now you've changed it up where it's a new camp that people can capture and
Yeah, we did remove there was a Mega Enforcer boss that was at the center of the map in in the previous version of Hanamura. For Hanamura Temple, that's actually been replaced as the spawn point for the payloads.
Got it.
And across the rest of the map, though, there are a bunch of changes that kind of support the new payload design. But there was a new mercenary camp, which is called the Recon Camp.
Yeah.
This one kind of works like a watchtower that you're used to in Heroes, but instead of just kind of capturing it, you have to defeat the mercenaries that are on it first, and then once you defeat them, you gain vision at that watchtower, and then they actually defend it. So these two watchtowers that are the recon camps that are in the battleground provide really key vision across the center area of the map, and this is as a 2-lane battleground. It's actually pretty critical to kind of understand how teams are moving across that. So I'm really excited to see how this mechanic plays out. It's something new that's kind of coming to the game for the first time, and I think we'll see if we like the way this goes. It may be something we could even bring to other battlegrounds later as well.
Yeah,
so.
that would be really cool.
It's been a really awesome year for Heroes.
Yeah.
We're, along with exploring the kind of backstory of the Nexus with the comic books, we've also brought in a lot of themed events and content to the game where, everything from our Mecha Storm event at the beginning of the year, we brought in giant mecha skins for characters, to our most recent one was Viper, where we kind of explored this kind of dark and ominous force with skins that came in for Ana, Genji, and Stukov. But the game's just having so much fun alternating between brand new heroes, hero reworks, and really cool themed events, and then doing things like bringing in Hanamura Temple right now.
Yeah.
We just brought in Warcraft to the Nexus with our Echoes of Alterac event and our brand new Alterac Pass battleground. So the game is just evolving like crazy, getting better and better, and there's never been a better time to play Heroes of the Storm.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Kay. It was great meeting you and talking Heroes of the Storm and all the new content you guys have going on this year.
Come join us in the Nexus and experience a new kind of MOBA.
Well, what an amazing day so far. I am absolutely blown away. This has been my first day live show with Blizzard. I gotta say, it's 10 out of 10 for me.
We got 3 more to come as well.
Yeah, we do.
This is just the beginning.
3 more days.
What a way to start it off, though.
Yep.
At 11 a.m. this morning, we got to see Shooting Star, the new
Yes.
Diva animated short.
And an incredible animated short. Definitely, probably one of my favorites. You see a lot about her backstory and, her overload ability.
Whoa, we shouldn't spoil it too much. If
Okay.
you didn't get a chance to see Shooting Star already, you can catch it right now.
Check it out.
Welcome to another episode of Shooting Star. Today, we set our sights on Busan, home of the esports champion turned ace pilot Diva.
I play to win.
At just 19, she's become a national hero. Only last week, she risked her life again, defending the city from the Kishinomniks. She and the Mecha Squad took a few hits, but they pulled off another victory. Now, Diva is celebrating with some hard-earned glitz and glamour.
Hey, Hana, shouldn't you be out signing autographs or something?
Hottest spots in the city, eating the finest food, and hanging out with other superstars. But life wasn't always like this for Diva.
I wonder what glitz and glamour tastes like. Hey, why aren't we on leave with the rest of the squad? I could use a little glitz and glamour in my life, you know?
It's overrated, Taehyun. This is where the magic happens. It's like how we used to stay up late and work on your hover bike.
You mean the one you wrecked?
Really? You're still mad about that? We won the race.
Yeah, and you almost killed yourself.
Nanocola, enjoy!
You beat the Kishin. They won't be back for months. You need a break.
I can't see anything! I'm hit!
I can't.
Hana?
We barely won last time. The enemy is out there, adapting and getting stronger. The rest of the squad, the country, they're all counting on me. If I make a mistake and the Kishin get through us, we lose everything.
I
need to finish the tests.
Stop putting it all on yourself. It's okay to ask for help.
I've got this. Really?
Command says we're in the clear. But hey, what the... That can't be right. It's too soon.
Taehyun, I need your help.
Really? Okay. Okay, the reactor's getting unstable, so you can't stay out there for too long for you'll blow the whole thing. Weapon systems are offline.
The reactor.
The cooling
We could
system is-
overload it, just like the hoverbike.
What? Are you crazy? This isn't a stupid race!
I know. If we don't do this, thousands of people will die.
Okay, buy me some time.
Let's do it!
I got it! The reactor's going critical. You have 60 seconds until it blows.
That's not fast enough. We'll be in the city.
Hana?
Trust me, Daehyun. I'll see you at the finish line.
Stay with me, Hana. I'm here. I'm right here.
The city is still in shock after the recent surprise attack. Incredibly, thanks to Diva, no one was injured.
She stopped the Kishin single-handedly, and authorities confirm she emerged without a scratch. She's currently enjoying some time off to celebrate her victory. In other news,
Oh man, this time off is great, isn't it?
What's not to like? There's delicious food and drinks.
Yeah.
And good friends. The kind that are always there for you when you need them most.
Right. And seeing as I helped save the city, how about getting me on the VIP list for one of those fancy restaurants you always go to?
You know, I think you've been watching too many Holovids.
There we have it, guys. That brings us to an end for today. But
It
wow,
does.
what a day. And
What a day.
we are obviously back. We're going to be back tomorrow at the same time. That's 5 p.m. CEST in the same place. You can find us at gamescom.blizzard.com. However, we're not the only Blizzard video live event coming up.
That's
There's
true.
there's a big one that a lot of people might know about.
Yeah, BlizzCon. It's coming up in November. It's going to be so soon. But yeah, if you guys remember last year, there were 35,000 attendees. Can you believe that? 10 million viewers, live stream viewers across 180 countries. I mean, BlizzCon is definitely another con to be at this year.
It's a big one.
So
Though
we want
obviously-
you there.
Exactly. The best way you can be there now is with the virtual ticket.
Yes.
I've got some great facts, though.
Yeah, share your factoids.
So we've got some great facts.
I would
So,
love
for
to know.
example, the weight of the main LED screen in the Overwatch arena is 1 elephant. I think it's an
Elephants are-
American unit of measurement, I think.
I would
We
say...
use kilograms.
Right, I think kilograms is...
Yeah, but it's 1 elephant. That's a lot of
That's
screen.
a lot. A lot
Because
of screen.
LEDs as well, they're light.
Yeah.
It must be very big.
Yeah.
There are 70 fog and haze machines.
Wow, that's a lot
So
of...
it's quite foggy and quite hazy at times.
It's all about the ambiance.
And 21 football fields of floor space. I think that's American football. I don't know actually
not
how big
soccer,
they are.
Or, yes, you're right.
But it sounds big. It's a big event. When you see it,
It
it's,
is.
I mean, it's 35,000 people.
Yeah.
It's huge.
And I'm going to be attending there as a fan. So
I'm going to
will
be
you
there as well. Exactly.
Awesome.
I cannot wait to go.
Wonderful.
You know, I love going to BlizzCon. And if you want to watch along at home, you can with a virtual ticket. Head on
right.
over to blizzcon.com where you'll see all of the details on the virtual ticket and all the goodies associated with it. There's live content and there's pre-recorded content that you can start enjoying very soon, actually, from all previous BlizzCons and then all new content coming up as well.
That's
very
right.
exciting.
That's right. And, you know, tomorrow we will still be here. If you're at the convention, if you're at Gamescom, be sure to stop by. Hall 7, where we're at. Yeah, come on down. And that about wraps it up for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Lord Sarfang.